What is going on, guys? Your boy 3MG here. We're back with another video, and just for the record, anything God of War related or anything The Last of Us 2 related, I'll be covering on my channel. So first thing I seen here on Gaming Vault as well as M4G was God of War PS4 development is going well, but is incredibly hectic. Game may have alternate paths. Now when I read this, I took this with a grain of salt. Although they mentioned Cory Barlog, which is the director and writer of I think a couple of the God of Wars or all of them, I'm not too sure, I gotta go back and look, basically saying that he stated certain things. Now from what I'm getting from this article, they're basically saying that the traditional linear paths of what you used to play in the God of War game wouldn't be the exact same, and this game is rather more dramatic and has a different theme to it. Therefore, and plus from what we saw in the gameplay, we know it's a totally different experience. Therefore, I think why they're saying it might be incredibly hectic is because they're giving you more route to complete the game. If they're expanding the way God of War is being played, therefore the way you complete missions, there may even be certain sacrifices, certain choices that you have to make. You know, maybe if you choose something in the beginning, it might affect you towards the middle or towards the end. That's what I'm hoping for. If that's what they're saying by alternate paths, not only just going a different route to complete the mission, but just different ways to complete, and the outcome is always going to be different. I think that would be amazing. And just the fact that we can play out the ending in certain ways I don't know if this will be the final game of God of War, but if so, this will be a great theme for it and a great way to end the series. So it says here that the game, or how dramatic, the previous God of War games had almost an arcade mentality, funneling you down linear paths next to the arena of clear waves of enemies, and it looks like the new God of War game may possibly have alternate paths to give you more agency to the player, which I like a lot, because whether or not you want to go through a certain path and you feel like maybe there's different waves of enemies in this route, and maybe you might unlock something here, you might craft something here, you might get something rare in this location, as well as might, you know, come across something more important, you might miss something along the way. Therefore, I think you'll be able to go back to where you started in the game, because if anybody who's familiar with God of War, it's not necessary that you know, as you move along in the game, basically all you have to do is just push forward. All you do is move forward. There's scenes where you can actually go back a little bit into the game, but you don't just go all the way back from the very beginning. It's not an open world game. It's not like that. It's more so like you move forward, you keep going forward in the missions, you keep going through whatever waves and completing whatever it is from the story. But in this case, it seems like you'll have a chance to actually go back, I guess, and I'm super excited for that. Now in this article, it says, speaking on Twitter and responding to a fan, director Cory Barlog confirmed that the demo had alternate paths, so this possibly means that the game or the final game may have such alternate paths to reach your destination. Now I hope, like I said once again, it's not that simple. I hope there's more depth to it, and I think that's why they're saying it's incredibly hectic, because in this article it says that it's a much more bigger game and is much more complicated than people think. And at the very end of this article, I think the person who wrote this said Barlog could take his time here as long as the final product he delivers turns out to be a great game as it looks right now. I don't think anyone will be complaining about the new God of War, and it supposedly is slated to launch exclusively on the PS4 in 2017. So I don't know, take that with a grain of salt. I don't think this game is supposed to be launching in 2017. That's too early. I think they might show actual gameplay in 2017, like more in-depth gameplay. May have people play it at E3 2017, who knows, but I don't think it's gonna launch next year. So I mean, take what you guys want from this article, but once again, we might see a new way of playing God of War. We already know how the game is already set up. We've seen how it's over the shoulder now. The gameplay is not really from a distance. The gameplay to me looks amazing. I just hope there's more drama in this. There's a lot of depth in the story, a lot of emotion, a lot of anger in this game. I don't know if it's going to be relatable or related to the previous God of War games, or if this is just a whole new story with this Kratos. I don't know what's going to go on. But once again, there might be several paths. We're going to be playing as him and his son. I hope to see some crazy shit go on, because this right here, hearing this type of news, alternate paths and all that craziness, you never know what can happen. So guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Bands in my pocket, MasterCard color. Yeah, guess a nigga match that. I got the high score up in the gym, you know, nigga match that. Everything I do inside me.